From here, we're starting off with looking at the monthly chart, and we did break below the previous support. Now, because the market is just going sideways on the lower time frames, we all know that. Then I want to go on the higher time frames just so we understand what we can potentially see in the near future. So what we're doing is trying to understand where we are in the market. And right now, what we can see in the market done is that before we saw the market for months going sideways. Then we eventually broke the sideways market back in November. And if we go down to the lower time frames, we are below the previous lower low, the previous support level, which is also giving us a good indication that this potentially will be the new resistance if we're following what structure is giving us. And then from there, this is also something that we've been talking for a long time, is that the next impulsive move can take us back down to 12K. This is the previous support and resistance zones that we're looking at. So now understand the monthly chart. We saw the breakout candle on the lower time frames. Now on the weekly, we can clearly see how the market has been slowly instead giving us higher highs and higher lows, because you can see how the market is going up. Breaking down everything to the lower time frames, you can clearly see the higher highs and higher lows, even if we are in a sideways market. And I definitely want to highlight the sideways market that we are in right now. So we have a sideways market between 17,700 and 15,900. We also have the support trend line that we're using from the weekly chart, and we can just adjust it a little bit so it looks really good. And we're continuing with the daily, and this is how it looks right now. The market is still bouncing in between these levels. We can still see the market drop down either to the support trend line, to the support, or to the resistance. If we're reaching up for the resistance, once again, one thing that we need to have in mind is that when we have a fake out candlestick looking something like this, then most likely we'll see the market give us a potential retest between, in this case, 17,445 and the high at 18,380, because the market, when the market gives you fake outs, the market usually comes and give you a fake out from the fake out before it changes direction. So in this case, if we are just going to continue, if we're not seeing the market giving us that type of momentum, because we do not know, the market is very slow right now, but we can still use the fib from 18,375 back down to 16,276. Now we can see clearly on the lower, we can see clearly how the 50 and 61.8% is combined with the previous resistance. So if we're just gonna change the box from before and we just highlight it with the Fibonacci levels, the resistance looks so much better when we're looking at it in this point of view when we are highlighting the Fibonacci levels. So you know, the market is going sideways. It's been going sideways for such a long time, and I mean, I don't even want to go into the lower time frames to try to calculate what's happening inside the sideways market, but definitely we do have a support and a resistance level between 16,900 and 16,595. So from here we can definitely use the structure that we have, the support and resistance zones, to see if we have a breakout. Then we're reaching 17,400, 17,600 again potentially. And if we're breaking below the support, then we just might have another fake out from the back down to the support trend line that we have from the weekly chart, which is very important because that is a strong level. So yeah, until the market is breaking one of the directions, remember that the market can continue to consolidate between these support and resistance zones. You know, we can have the fake outs, market come down, try to break the level, we close inside the sideways market again, etc. So yeah, this is the overlook that I see at the moment on Bitcoin. We have the exact same scenario when it comes to Ethereum. I did highlight one support, but we also have one between around 1,330. So we saw the market break below the previous support, the same thing as we saw on BTC, and we saw the market pull back down, retested the trend line perfectly. Another thing that we can do is that we drag the Fibonacci from 1,677 back down to 1,064.65. The market is right now, as you can see on the lower time frames, that is slightly above the previous support that we did break. So it doesn't have to happen that we're reaching those levels, but it's always good to have it in mind in case we would see the market have a big momentum from nowhere to the upside and then just give us a fake out and then have a quick drop after it. So if that's the case, if we're breaking above 1,305, we're looking at 1,377 and 1,448 for the potential continuation that would then have to the downside, because remember, we are right now in a downtrend. If the market on Ethereum would break below 1,020, the next level that we're looking at is of course the wick that we have at 890. But that level is not something that will hold the level, you know, because it's such a small level. What the market will do, and we've been talking about this before, is that the market is getting drawn to the next support and resistance zone. In this case, we're looking at the resistance at 445. It's pretty far away, but I think that we all should have in mind that the market is still going down, and this could definitely be the next level where we see Ethereum coming back down to. Before that is happening, we are still at the same thing as on BTC. We're looking at the sideways market at the moment, and the sideways market is between 1,224, and we have different support and resistance zones. You can use this level at 1,200, and then you can also use with the fake out that we did have, which is also combined. If we just drag the box back, is that we have the market right here, support and resistance on the market was consolidating. So at the moment, if the market is breaking above 1,230, then we're looking at 1,300, 1,260. If we're breaking above that level, we're looking at 1,375 and 1,450. If we are breaking the support at 1,200, we're using 1,180. If we're breaking that level, well, then we will also break the support trend line, which can then take us back down to the previous support that we also did have at 1,070, around 1,000. So this is what we're looking at right now. Of course, we can go down to the lower time frames and scalp the market if that's what we want. But what we have to have in mind is that the market is consolidating between these levels at the moment. And you can see how many times the market tried to break above this resistance around 1,225. And you always saw the market giving you the wicks everywhere, only retest, and then the market closed inside again. The same thing here. We tried to break the support so many times. We even had it not so long ago. Yesterday, the market tried to break it. Then what did happen? The market did bounce back up to the previous resistance once again. So just have in mind with the fake outs when it comes to these levels, because when a fake out appears, don't look at when the market, because when we're looking at the wick right here, at one moment in time, this whole candlestick was down here, and a lot of people would have been thinking that the market is right now continuing down. And then some people just might go in for sell short positions, and then from nowhere they see that the market is closing inside, but they just don't understand that we're closing inside a previous support. What happens later? The market tries to break it again, and then now they have the hope with that the market will actually continue even more to the downside. But what happens? Market closes inside again, and then you saw how the market is right now, you know, inside of the sideways market again. So this is the reason why always when the market tries to break a support and resistance zone, trend lines, etc., just have in mind when you see these candlesticks trying to break below it, wait for that candlestick to close. So you'll see how the candlestick will close against those levels, because if it closes inside, it's usually just a fake out and it will just continue to the opposite direction. So I have not been trading for a while because the market is just going sideways, and I'm waiting for the market to break this consolidation market. But if you are someone that wants to trade cryptocurrencies on a very good platform, this is my favorite platform when it comes to cryptocurrencies, is Bybit. You can receive a bonus on Bybit right now up to $30,030 by using the link in the description down below the video. This is also leverage trading, so make sure you understand what that means. because I would really don't want you guys to blow any accounts away. As long as you're using risk management, then you are good to go. And very simple platform for you to be on, and you have zero fees when it comes to spot pairs at the moment. So claim the best bonus available, and this is of course also how you are supporting the channel. So I am always available for you. Thank you everyone for looking at this video together with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live next time or when I do have my daily updates. But I really want to say Merry Christmas, and I hope everyone is having a fantastic holiday, whether you are celebrating it or not. But remember to take care of yourself and the loved ones around you, because we never know when it's too late, right? So until we see each other next time, bye! Send me presents. Just joking. Have a great day. Mwah. Toodles!